the body language of the president during the GJA awards, when the GJA president was addressing them, spoke volumes. Volumes. And now I am even afraid to say that we may not be able to fight Galamsey as Akufo-Addo is still our president as we speak.
We are aware that some time ago, Mr. President, the father of the nation, made a firm vow to stop Galamsey. But regrettably, that promise has not been fulfilled, Mr. President. You are barely 3 months until the end of the administration, and we are hopeful that you will deal with the situation before you leave office. We still maintain that a state of emergency must be declared over our water bodies and all planned and active mining concessions overlapping with river buffers should be abrogated, and all mining activities within 100 meters buffer of all rivers and streams should be halted with immediate effect. We also reiterate that LI 2462 should be repealed immediately.
Mr. President, regrettably, you have failed the fight against Galamsey. These were the words of the GJA president at the recent GJA awards. And it looks like the first gentleman of the land who has been tasked to fight this menace wasn't too happy. We saw reactions on social media and a whole lot. Kingsley, does this not worry you that the first gentleman of the land who is supposed to fight this menace doesn't seem too happy in a time like this?
Oh, I'm not surprised. The reason why I'm not surprised is that now I understand why some of his subjects, and when I say his subjects, his ministers, his MPs,
subject, of course, he carries his chairs around everywhere.
Some of his,
so yes,
his kiddies,
he's our king.
Yes. Now I understand why they are making some of the utterances they are making. Okay. Now I understand.
Why? Why do you say that?
The body language of the president during the GJA awards, when the GJA president was addressing them, spoke volumes. Volumes for me.
Right.
And now I am even afraid to say that we may not be able to fight Galamsey as Akufo-Addo is still our president as we speak.
You know, okay, so now let's score. Let's score, right? We are at a time where, you know, Free the Citizens demonstration is coming up. And even Labour Union has just declared a nationwide strike starting from 10th of October, all in the name of Stop Galamsey Now.
Organised Labour met at an emergency meeting today, October 1st, 2024. Following the expiration of our deadline and the failure of government to meet our demands on illegal mining, that is Galamsey, Organised Labour has decided to declare a nationwide strike with effect from October 10th, 2024. We are therefore calling on all workers to stay as the October 10, 2024 until government accedes to our demands.
Would it be unfair to say that the president has won the fight, but yet still all these labor pressures are coming prematurely? All these pressures are coming in a time where he believes that he is still fighting this menace.
One what? What did we start and where did we get to and who declared him a winner? We haven't started with the fight even. The ones we did under the Professor Frimpong Boateng's thing, he came out, wrote a whole report detailing and bulleting it, bullet by bullet, how they have failed as an interministerial committee, as a country, how we have all failed, as a party in Sika. Did they come from me?
No.
The fight has not even started. Because now, I read something on Twitter where the Honorable Sam just said, if we don't take time, Galamsey will be what cocaine is to Colombia today. If you touch one, you've touched a whole cartel.
Wow.
That is where we are getting to. So if we don't stop it now, it will get to a point where we want to fight it head on, we are going to meet rebels
But
who are fully armed.
And a committee was set up, which is that committee being led by the National Security Minister, Honorable Kandapa. Don't you think fairly the government needs some time? I mean, this call has come. Now it looks like every Ghanaian is calling for that. So don't you think it would be fair on the president to give him that room to solve the very problem every Ghanaian is crying about? Like, is it not too, are you not being too harsh, too expectant, too wanting quick results? Asking him all of this at a time, like can't we give him time?
We are a country of committees and commissions. That's what we are best at. And mind you, every committee we constitute in this country comes with allowances. Don't think that anybody is working for free. And when these committees sit and bring their recommendations, we will pick and choose. When I say we, the government which the president is leading will pick and choose and bring out something they call white paper. I hate that word in my life. They will pick and choose the ones they are picking and dismiss the rest. What happened in Ayawaso West Wogon? If we had implemented that recommendation of the commission, a lot would have changed in our security apparatus as we speak.
So one of the worry by the convener for media coalition, the coalition of media against Galamsey, I think Mr. Kenneth Ashibe, his worry was the fact that at the GJA awards, there were other dignitaries who were not even Ghanaians that spoke on the Galamsey issue, but our own president didn't even say a word on that issue.
Because
do you get the sense that because he is fixing it, that is why he doesn't want to comment on?
No. The speech was written 2 weeks ago when this was not even topical. Allegedly. I am just saying.
How do you know that?
It's an allegation, but I'm just saying that a speech written will not be altered because you want me to respond to Galan. And to be fair to the president, we can't tell him what to do. To be fair to him, we can't. Because
I disagree.
The Constitution hands him so much power that you and I, even if we tell him something to do now and he goes to Council of State to ask for advice, he is even appointing more people onto the Council of State. So if they advise him to do it, even if he says he won't do it, it's advisory. What can they do?
So if listening to you, do I get the sense that this fight against Galamsey is now the sole responsibility of every Ghanaian now? The number one gentleman who is taxed has checked out?
Exactly my point. I've been talking plenty, but you just summarize it nicely. It's our fight. We have to now tell ourselves that, see, if people won't fight for us because they are 80 years and they know going on extra retirement, because retirement age is 60, but we gave him another 20 years to serve in the public space. So if he is going on pension and in his mind he has checked out, you and I, we will still need water to drink.
Yeah.
Water is not supposed to be luxury, but when it gets there, imagine dying because your water is not treated properly. Now, if you open the Ghana water tap, you see the chlorine or the chemicals in it and how it even settles on the water. Have you seen it?
And sometimes you can even
smell it.
Perceive the smell. You know?
I hear it is normal, but now I am beginning to think that because of Galamsey, they are even increasing it. And it's building up in our system.
Yeah. So again, now it worries that innocent protesters who are calling that you give us clean water, as me and you speak right now, they are still in remand.
Very shameful. Very shameful.
Under a human rights lawyer.
Very, very, very shameful, because
as president,
even if you want to even punish them for what they did or they did wrong, 2 weeks is too long a time. And some of them are in prison remand. So you are going to be in a prison where someone who murdered somebody has been convicted and you will be beside that person. Can you imagine for what's wrong? You are fighting for your people.
Yeah.
You are fighting for your people. I can imagine the sadness and Charlie, if
hear you say this, I now understand why Alan Chemartin called them the heroes of our time. he called them the heroes of our time,
see,
and I think they should be commended.
I call this generation Twitter warriors, as many would call them.
Right.
Me inclusive. But the upcoming demonstration, we all go right.
Do you think free the citizen demonstration, labor union calling a nationwide strike, is that the way forward?
It's the way forward. Now we need the world's attention. How do we get that? This is going to be 3 days. So all the international media will be present.
So right now,
the DWTVs, the BBC.
I know this is.
But the naked aspect is what I don't really get. This Katanga, Casford boys.
But this is on the side. What if an injunction was placed, and so coming 3rd October, you can't have the demonstration? What will you do? So I'm asking this because we've had a previous Sauce and Pepper episode where he was defending this. Please go and check it. Go and check it, and you will appreciate this question.
That I wasn't thinking straight. No, but if you ask me, to be honest, I'm a man of principles. Okay. I feel like in as much as we want to do something, let's do it lawfully.
Right.
Because if we bring this country down, after fighting, we have to build it back again. And what I am afraid of, especially with the previous episode, is that hooligans, like real hooligans and criminals, can take advantage.
Okay.
And go and destroy properties, destroy stuff, steal stuff. And because you are the ones fronting it, it will just spoil the whole thing. That's all I'm saying.
So you believe demonstration can force Akufo-Addo's hand in taking action? One of the action labor union is asking is that he should declare a state of emergency on the Galamsey issue.
It is that side where the sweets me, because organized labor, when they come in, you remember how they wanted to come in with the...
Because they are almost in every fiber of your governance.
Yes, they are shutting down the economy.
So if they go on strike, literally,
kudos to them. But for once, I can feel the unity of purpose. Like, it's been so long. I think it was only football that used to bring all of us together like this. But if you have a relative who have suffered something as a result of this Galamsey, people are walking normal, they are drinking their water, they are not smoking, they are not drinking, and all of a sudden they have kidney disease, and you are wondering how
unfair.
You ask the family history, and none of their family members even have this. Yeah. So why? 20-year-olds battling with kidney diseases, like why? And they are eating well. They are doing everything doctors will tell them to do, dietitians will tell them to do. So what is the problem? It means that something is building up in our system, and in the next 30 years.
And sometimes when I sit down and I maybe after drinking water and I sit down, I like, so does it mean that in 20 years or 30 years to come,
you are building up your cyanide level, your mercury level?
Is that what is happening?
Like I always like question.
Yeah. Like sometimes involuntarily, it just comes like that.
A friend of mine even said now after eating,
we are scared.
Observe now. See how you bloat. See how your stomach will be rumbling. Because maybe the food self-entering acid and water.
But we can't joke with this. And just like you said, nothing has brought us more together like this than football.
Yeah, unity of purpose.
Yeah, we should continue in this unity of purpose. And this purpose must
free
be
the
served.
Citizens.
Yes. Here on Sauce and Pepper.
Free the citizens. It's
and
okay. The punishment is fine.
Yes. Stop Galamsey now. Those are our demands. This has been Sauce and Pepper. So we come again next time. Have a good week.